This is Valmiki Ramayana, Season 7, Episode 5, Ravan and his spies. After crossing the ocean, the Vanar army came up to the vicinity of the city of Lanka without any challenge from the Rakshasas. Ram looked up at Ravan's imposing capital and once again thought of Sita. Drishtva Lankam Jagama Manasa Sitam. This was where Sita was being held captive, and to free her, he had work to do. Ram then gave directions to set up camp, assigning various Vanar leaders specific positions. The army systematically settled down in a massive formation. Suvibhakta Mahavyuha. In Lanka, Ravan's advisor, Shuk, came to see him. Shuk had tried but failed to put a wedge between Ram and Sugriv. He advised Ravan, "The enemy is at our gates. Before they launch their attack, please let Sita go. Else, please get ready for a terrible battle." Roshasaಂ rakta nayano nirdahanniva chakshusha. An enraged Ravan looked at Shuk with bloodshot eyes, as though he wanted to burn him with his gaze. Naiva Sitam pradasyami sarvaloka bhayadapi. I will never give Sita, even if the whole world stands up against me. When the sun rises, the stars disappear within moments. Likewise, when I enter the battlefield, the enemy is finished within no time. Name tuni shayan banan savishani vapannagan Ramah pashyati sangrame tena mam yodhumichhati. My arrows are like deadly poisonous snakes resting in my quiver. Ram has not seen them yet, so he wants to fight me. My great bow is like a veena. I play it using arrows on a stage called the battlefield. Its musical notes are the twang of its string and the cries of my enemies. So poetic, but for all that bravado, Ravan was still focused on intrigue rather than preparing for the actual battle. He told Shuk to go back into the enemy camp, but this time together with another close advisor, Sarana. He briefed them both. Abhutapurvam Ramena Sagare Setu Bandhanam. What Ram has done is unprecedented. Building a setu to cross the ocean. I still cannot believe it. We must understand the enemy's strengths and weaknesses better. You two should enter their ranks and find out everything about them. How many are they? Who are the leaders of the different units? Who are the ones advising Ram and Sugriv? What is Ram thinking? Which astras and shastras does he have? And so, Shuk and Saran dressed up as Vanaras and slipped inside the Vanar camp. Harirupa dharau virau pravishhtau Vanaram balam. Note, if you are still unsure whether the Vanara's tale was real or something that they put on, consider this. Shuk and Saran, two Rakshasas, put on a garb and thought they could pass off as Vanaras. But Vibhishan happened to spot them and saw through their disguise. He caught them, took them to Ram, and asked him what he should do with them. Terrified, Shuk and Saran thought that this was their end. But to their surprise, Ram burst out laughing and said, "I hope you have seen everything you came to see. If anything is left, Vibhishan will show you around." Ram continued, but more seriously, "You are unarmed, so fear not. We will not harm you. Go back to Lanka and give Ravan my message." Tomorrow at daybreak, I am coming for you. The duo went back to Ravan and reported what had happened. They also gave a detailed report on the leaders of the Vanar army, what they looked like, where they came from, and what their strengths were. Valmiki, the historian, has used this opportunity to give more background information about many specific Vanar personalities, including Nal, Neel, Shwet, Kumud, Chand, Rambh, Sharabh, Har, and Dhumra. The spies also reported that the Vanaras were totally committed to Ram. They were ready to lay down their lives for him. Raghavarthe parakranta ye narakshanti jivitam. And bursting with confidence, they were raring to take on the Rakshasas. And then, regarding the size of the Vanar army, Shuk gave this interesting answer. Shatam shatasahasranam koti mahur manishinah shatam koti sahasranam shankuh ityabhidhiyate. 100 of 100,000 is called 1 crore, koti. 100,000 crores is 1 shanku. 100,000 shankus make up 1 mahashanku. And 100,000 mahashankus is equal to 1 vrunda. And in this manner, Shuk goes on to define Mahavrinda, Padma, Mahapadma, Kharva, Mahakharva, Samudra, Ogha, and Mahaogha. Note, Mahaogha has 60 zeros. It is 10 raised to the power 60. By the way, for comparison, 1 trillion has 12 zeros. And Shuk says, the Vanaras are many Mahaoghas in number.
This must be an exaggeration.
Yes, of course. The entire surface area of the earth is too small to fit so many Vanaras. In fact, such a large number of Vanaras would not fit on even 1,000,000 earths. These shlokas are a poetic way of saying that the Vanar army was extremely large. But note how masterfully Valmiki has woven this short lesson on mathematical terms into his narration. Also, it is interesting that such large numbers were defined and used in Valmiki's time. Shuk and Saran finally praised Ram and Lakshman in glowing terms and advised Ravan, "You should strike a peace deal and let Sita go." Ravan was unnerved, and his nervousness came out as anger. He lashed out at the two of them. "What idiots I have for ministers! You ought to be killed for singing the praises of the enemy. But I will spare you because of what you have done for me in the past." Apadhvam satanashyadhvam sannikarshadito mama. Now get out! I don't want to see you ever again. And thus, Ravan threw out good advisors and good advice and stood firm on the path of his destruction. Iti ha asa. That is how it happened.